Welcome back to Budget Beauty. This is Budget Beauty's beauty haul, where I detail purchases that I have bought and things that I have had my eye on that I have finally gone and bought it and added it to the collection. I am Lindsay Beatty. I am the creative force and the face behind Budget Beauty. And this is a big haul. I went to 3 different places. I ordered some stuff from Amazon, and I bought stuff from Ulta, and I finally made a trip to the Avon store. But I got a few things from each place and spent a decent little amount of money. So we are very, very excited about this haul. So let's get started. So to start out, we gonna detail the Ulta stuff, because this was a tag team effort, duo team attack finish by myself and my husband. So he bought 2 things, and then because he bought one thing for me and he bought one thing for himself, and so then I bought the rest of the stuff. So this was a very interesting part of the haul, and it's the bulk of the haul. So here we are. So to get started, let's talk about the things that my husband bought. So this is not makeup, but it is part of the skincare routine. And he bought this for himself, but I also have some of this, and I do use it in my skincare also. This is the La Roche-Posay Toleriane, I call it Tolerane Purifying Foaming Cleanser. I actually really like this from La Roche-Posay. It is very good. It works wonders with my skin. It feels good on my skin. I feel like my skin gets very clean with this. And I tend to use this when I do a full cleanse. I don't do lazy skincare. When I decide I'm going to do a full cleanse, I probably will use Neutrogena, but I also, from time to time, run in and get with that La Roche-Posay. So this is pretty good. I actually really like this. It's expensive. La Roche-Posay, I mean, it's not like super expensive. And this was on sale. So usually this is about $20, $21 or so. We got this on sale at Ulta for so this is what I had him do. I had him use my points. I didn't use any points when I did this. He used my points, and he got points off, plus it was 25% off too. So this bottle, this is 13.52 flow ounces. Okay, fluid ounces. This was $19.99. Okay, for this big old bottle. Which, okay, I'll spend $20 for this. For this, I'd spend $20. But then it was 25% off, so that took $5 off. So that dropped it to like $14. And then he used my points, which I had like $11 in points, plus I had another $3 because my transaction finished before his did, and so he wound up using my points that I already had plus my extra, and so he got $4.12 off in points. So this was down to $10.87 for this big old bottle. So I'm very pleased, but this is really actually for him. I may still use some of it, if I run out of mine before I go back and buy it. But this is really for him because he has oily skin, but I've been trying to get him to ramp up his skincare so that we can take better care of his beard when it grows in, because I'll shave it off and then we start the cycle again, where it's clean shaven and then it grows back in. So I like for his beard to be well groomed and that skin up underneath that beard to be well groomed too. and to be taken care of. So I got him into using the La Roche-Posay. And it seems to work really well for his skin. So very excited about this. This is for normal to oily skin types, including sensitive skin. And my husband has very sensitive skin. So that's why I was like, get you something, you need something that's for sensitive skin, that's also for oily skin, because he don't have dry skin. So very excited about that. Then the next thing that he bought, I asked him to buy this for me. This is the Rare Beauty Soft Pinch Matte Liquid Blush. Now, if y'all recall, I have the Luminous Soft Pinch Matte Blush. Well, I have the Luminous and the Matte Blush. The Soft Pinch, and it's the powder. So this is the liquid blush. And this is in the shade Grace. And that is the shade. That's the little thing. So, very excited about this. We have bought this previously, so I'm not going to read the back of the box, but let's take her out. I like this pink, because this is going to show up on my skin when I put it about right here. This is going to be very good. I really like Rare Beauty. So far, everything that I've bought from Rare Beauty has been fantastic. I'm very pleased with Rare Beauty. I love this packaging. This is very good. I thought I already had a shade of this, of the liquid blush, but I didn't. So I had him buy this for me. So that was originally $25. And then we took off $6.88 in points. And the final price was $18.12. It was expensive. It was not on sale. I was like, dang it, Rare Beauty. That's not on sale. So, yeah. But I think that blush is going to be nice, because I do like their powder blush. Their powder blush is fantastic. Alright, so, also, so y'all know I have my little sheet here. So, I can quickly see. So, off of his receipt. His receipt was, his total was $28.99, and then tax of 8% here in South Carolina for $2.32, and his final total was $31.31. So he earned points using my account, because I told them, and I was like, yes, I'm authorizing him to use my points and to earn points for me, please, with his sale. And so he base points earned was 28, diamond points 50% more, 15, because I am a diamond. And then he used 350 points. And then now my current points balance is 81. So I still need to spend $251 to extend diamond status. So very excited. Like I say, my transaction finished before his, and I had 388 points, and then I had 350 of them were redeemable, which he redeemed. And so I earned 70 points. So yeah. Very excited. So, all right. Let's talk about my purchases. So my purchases, I bought quite a few things. So let's start with the essence stuff. All right. So I bought 4 essence items. Trying to get everything set up here. So I got some brushes. Some more brushes. I have their foundation brush already. But this is the powder brush, and this is the blush and highlighter brush. So I wear highlighter. I do wear highlighter sometimes, but I wear blush a lot. And I wear powder blush all the time. So For the powder brush, it says the powder brush is ideal for an even application of loose or compact powder. The shape of the brush allows for easy blending. You could use this for powder foundation, but I'm going to use this. I want to use this for powder blush only. I have a pyramid puff for the powder foundation, and that seems to work really well for me with application. Then, so this is 01 Powder Perfection. That's what it said on the back. And then this one, the blush highlighter, this is 01 It's Glow Time. This brush allows precise application and ideal blending of both blush and highlighter. So, like I said, I don't wear highlighter that often, but I do have highlighter. So, I have a ColourPop highlighter and a NYX highlighter stick, jumbo highlighter stick. So I'm really impressed with those. Very excited. And then I got the Essence All About Matte Fixing Compact Powder. So that's what this looks like. It is, let me open it up because I was curious if this was a white color. It is. It is a white color. Now they said this is ideal for all skin types and skin tones, and I'm like, is it though? I wonder if this is a translucent. So this says natural matte finish. Matte does not have an E on the end. That's kind of weird. Fixes makeup all day long for all skin tones. That's what that says on the back. So we're going to see about that because I'm curious about if this is a translucent. I assume it is a translucent because it's very white. So let's see. Yeah, that's a translucent. Okay, this might be fine. So we're going to see. I trust Essence, so we'll see about this. I'll try this at some point in a bind and trying to go with this episode. I'm going to try this. So that's that. And then the last Essence thing that I got, this is the Essence Bouncy Plump Smoothing Primer, Hydrating and Plumping. And it's got like a watermelon berry thing. It says on the back, it is a hydrating primer that provides a smooth and even finish. Feels fresh like a sorbet. Applies transparent and can also be worn alone for perfectly plumped skin. So we're going to see about that. I trust Essence. I do have other Essence primers. So I was like, oh, I'll try this. So yeah, this is going to be, I think this is going to be interesting. I've not used their jelly primer or anything. So we'll see how this works. This is going to be used in the bind and trying. So let's talk about the Essence stuff. The Essence brushes were regular $5.99, and then the brand itself was 30% off, which took off $1.80 for both. So final price was $4.19 for each brush. Then the All About Matte Fixing Compact Powder. Regular price was $3.99, 30% off for the brand. Took off $1.20. So final price was $2.79. And then for the Bouncy Plump Smoothing Primer, regular was $5.99, 30% off. Took off $1.80, and the final price is $4.19. So, all right, that's all of our Essence products. So let's talk about the Juvia's Place. We're going to talk about the Juvia's Place because I messed up. So I was like, I'm going to go get the Juvia's Place. I'm going to go get the Culture Palette because it's on sale. So not realizing I'd already bought Culture 1. I didn't buy Culture 2. I bought Culture 1 back in the day. So then I bought Culture 1 again. And I'm like, dang it. I just realized it earlier and I was like, I wanted Culture 2, not another one of Culture 1. I like the Culture 1, don't get me wrong. The Culture 1 is fantastic. It's just, I don't want duplicate of this. So, Thankfully, this was on sale. And it's not as costly a mistake as it could have been. But it's still expensive. So this is another one of the Culture One palette. And the reason why I know is because I double checked it when I got home. And I was like, dang it. I could have just bought 2 and been done with it. Culture 2 and been done with it. So this is how I know that this is the same palette, because I already opened it up and looked. This is the palette I already have. This is the new palette. And as you can see side by side, it's the same one. This says, now you'll notice this one says, doesn't have anything over here with this finger on my left. It does not say anything on it. But this one says eye and face palette. But it's the same palette. I know it is, because I looked at the color offerings. It's the same palette. So, yeah, I now have 2 of these. So, I'll just put one in storage. I'll put the new one in storage. And when I use up some of the pans, I very seldom use this, though, because I like to use it. It is so pigmented. I like to use it for special occasions. So I use the Culture palette for like our Christmas photos, when I was doing my makeup for the Christmas photos. So yeah, I'll put these up and use them for special occasions and things. So I just have double. Maybe I'll go back and buy the Culture 2 palette at this point. I'm just like, are you serious? Are we serious? So, regular price for that was $38. That's why I said this is super costly, but it could have been worse. It was 30% off. And that took off $11.40 because the brand was having a sale. And so we got that final price was actually $26.60. Now, $26.60 for 30 shades, I'm cool. I'm all right with having a double of it. I'm not that jumped up about it. I'm really not. So, I'm okay with that. I wish I hadn't bought another one of it right then, but I'm okay with that. So, all right, let's talk about the last 2 things that I got. Because I got 3 things from Ulta last that we are down to. So 2 of them are NYX. So let's talk about the NYX. So I got the NYX Pore Filler Primer. I like NYX's primers. I do. I think NYX has good primers. I really like it. This is expensive for this tiny little tube though. So I'm like, come on, NYX, this could have been a bigger tube. But anyway, the back of it says use alone or with foundation. It is a universal shade. So I'm curious to see what the shade is going to be like. Because I have not opened it up yet. But I trust NYX. I do like NYX's primers. I have other primers from NYX. So I think that'll be good. And then I finally got this. This is a tiny little tube too. This is the NYX Bear With Me Concealer Serum. And I think it's gonna be good. This is in the shade Mocha. I think this is gonna be good. I feel like this will go well under my eyes to brighten. And I love NYX. I've never used their concealer, so this is gonna be this is going to be in the buying and trying. I've never used it. So I'm curious to see what the performance is going to be like. So for the NYX Pore Filler Primer, that was regular $15. That's why I said that's expensive for that tiny little tube. $15. They had a buy one, get one 50% off. And that took off $3.33 for a final total of $11.67. Then, for the NYX Bear With Me Concealer Serum, regular price was $12. Buy one, get one 50% off brand sale. Took off $2.67 for a final price of $9.33. So, all right. And then So I think that was, no, I got one more thing. And this is from ColourPop. So I've been eyeing this for a minute, and I was like, ooh, I'm gonna go get it. So I did. I finally bit the bullet. This is the ColourPop blush stick, and this is in the shade Cool It. So you can see in there, it's like a nude pink, like a mauve, a mauvish pinkish nude. I know that's like a lot of different colors all at once, but I think that's a really nice color, and I think this is gonna be really good. So I like their blush. Y'all know I use a lot of their blush, so I'm very excited about this. It does not have a back of the box, but I saw this color and I was like, "Ooh, I want that color." So that the ColourPop blush sticks was regular $10. It had 25% off brand sale. That took $2.50 off, and for a final price of $7.50. So for $7.50, I'm like, okay, ColourPop, all right, I'm good. I'll take it. So that was all of my products from Ulta. So let's talk about Amazon. So I did get some things from Amazon, and I have a box from Amazon. I got everything in and I put it all together because I ordered a lot of this stuff while I was ordering things for our anniversary photo shoot. And so I just collected everything in a box, and then that was that. All right, so let's start with the Amazon stuff. So I'm trying to make space here on my little table. All right, so first thing. This is the Rimmel. This is the Rimmel Stay Matte powder. So setting powder. Trying to open up, and I have not opened any of the containers things. If it came in like plastic wrap or anything, I have not opened. All right. So that is this. This is in the shade Pecan. Now I have their foundation, and I really like that Rimmel. I also have, I'm looking down at it, I have a Rimmel lipstick, and it's good. I like it. But this, I was very excited to see this powder, and I'm like, ooh, I want to try this powder. So it says on the back of the box, it is the shade 031 Pecan. Lightweight powder formulated with natural minerals for up to 5 hours matte finish. Helps to minimize the appearance of pores and hide imperfections for flawless skin. Dermatologically tested. And then it's in another language. Looks like French. So, yes. I'm very excited about this. It says it's lightweight, mattifying, lasting up to 5 hours. Very excited about this, and I think this is going to be good with my skin, because y'all see how close that is. I think this is going to be good. All right. And then we got a bunch of She Glam stuff. I finally pulled the trigger on a couple more of these She Glam Crystal Jelly Glaze sticks. And very excited about that, because I really like those sticks. They perform really well. And they're not expensive. So this is the Crystal Jelly Glaze stick in the shade, let's see, Petal Luxe. So this is purple, purplish like pink, and I think this is going to be good. I think it's going to be very good. I already have like 4 or 5 of these sticks, and I did, I don't think I wore them for the photo shoot. I don't seem to recall wearing it. But I really like how these perform. So that's this. Let's see what we're looking at for color. Take the top off. And the little cap thing that we keep in there. Looks almost gold. Looks like a champagne pink. That's what that's looking like. So see, that looks like copperish, but it's really gonna probably play as like a champagne pink. Let me do a little swatch. I'll do a swatch. Yeah, that's like a champagne pink. Okay. That's what that's that shade right there. I know that looks really, really sheer. It is, but as a topper, these work fantastically as toppers. I learned that. I like using these as toppers. They work well. And for the price, I cannot complain. So, let's talk about the other one that I got. I got another one. Try not to duplicate. This is, let's see, what shade is this? Satin Suede. So that's what this is. Taking it out of the box. Okay. Okay. That's this one. Take this one off. I don't even know what satin suede. Oh, this is like a beige, but it's a crystal. Oh, okay. It's kind of a, y'all can see there is this one right here. That is more of a copper tone. That's a copper tone. I already got one that's copper tone, so all right. That's more of like a champagne, I guess. So, okay. All right. Like I said, I like how they perform, so yeah, I'm fine with that. All right. And then the last She Glam thing that I got more of their setting spray. And this is the one that I really meant to buy. I have their other one. It is not the matte. This is the matte version, and the other one is the purple one. And it is not matte. So this, and I'm not going to read the back of the box because we already have some of it. This is the yellow one, and this is the matte one. So this is the She Glam Matte Fresh Setting Spray. And it does say, now this is a little bit different. Stay matte all day, every day. Our long-lasting matte fresh setting spray provides a mattifying effect while controlling and combating shine. Plus, it instantly smooths and makes your skin appear like silk, creating a soft and luminous finish. Mattifying effect, quick drying, oil controlling ingredients. So that is different than the original. But as usual, I do like the She Glam packaging. Like I said, I know She Glam is not for everybody. I know not everybody cares for She Glam because it is tied to Shein. But for me, I really like She Glam. It is affordable, and it does good work for me. So, but this is what this is. Okay. So, and y'all know I love a good matte finish. So, I'm very excited about that. All right. And then, let's talk about the thing that I bought a duplicate of. I did buy a duplicate. This is the Wet n Wild Mega Last eyeshadow primer. I already have one of these. And I realized it after the fact. I actually do like this. It's good. I just didn't mean to buy a second one. I thought I didn't already have it. So, yeah, this is very good. I do like it. So, Wet n Wild continues to impress me. So, then, let's talk about the ColourPop thing that I bought. This is the ColourPop That's Top eyeshadow palette. And it's got a lot of top colors in it, like browns and beige. And some shimmer shades in here. Let's take it out the box. This is, I have several ColourPop palettes already, and so this will join the collection. So the shades in this, they have 3, 6, 9 shades. 1 is Boa, 2 is Pebble Beach, 3 is Python, 4 is Slated, 5 is Snake Eyes, 6 is Cold Blooded, 7 is Rock Steady, 8 is Constrictor, and 9 is Bedrock. So top, like we're talking like brown rock stuff and snakes, because Boa, Python, Snake Eyes, Constrictor are snake types, and these are all eyeshadow palettes, and so very excited. I like snakes. I don't mind looking at snakes. I don't want to touch a snake, but I like looking at snakes. They have gorgeous patterns, but I do have a healthy fear of dangerous snakes, so I would never own one as a pet. But that is the color story. I really like this color story, and I can find some things to do with this. I can easily find some things to do with this. So, but starting here, so that y'all see this, starting here, this is Boa, and then it goes across like that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 is how the color things go. Very excited. I'm going to use this. This is a very neutral palette, and I'm very, very excited about it. And I love ColourPop's eyeshadow formulations. They are very good. All right. So then I got a Real Techniques brush. This is the Real Techniques Expert Concealer Brush. Plush flat shape for seamless concealing. I mean, we all know what a concealer brush is. I have one from Morphe that I use all the time. Y'all hear me talk about using it all the time. This is the number 210 Expert Concealer Brush. It says plush flat shape to seamlessly build coverage under eyes and on blemishes. How to use: lightly tap formula to build coverage. Blend upwards to lift. Use with liquid and cream concealers. As far as I know, there's no such thing as a powder concealer, so I don't know why they put that on there, but fine. So then says Ultra Plush features Ultra Plush dense bristles for maximum pickup and lay down. That's what the back of this says. Extended long ferrules that are durable and easy to hold. Okay. So yeah. I'm very excited about this. I like Real Techniques. I have a powder brush from them. They are good, inexpensive brushes that do work. And y'all know I have that whole set that I bought from like TJ Maxx or Marshalls, one of the two. And I love it. I tend to use my Morphe brushes a lot. So that's why I'm trying to buy some other brushes that I know I'm gonna like, so that I can let the Morphe brushes, rest a little bit. But yeah, this is nice. This is gonna be nice. I like Real Techniques. It's not super expensive. Yeah, that feels real nice, and it's gonna blend real well up underneath in this area like here. So we'll try this out during the buying and trying, see how that works. All right, so last thing I got from Amazon. This we had a moment with this for a minute. This is the Catrice Soft Blur Matte Setting Powder in the shade 060 Deep. So it took forever to get here. This was the last thing that I got from Amazon, well past everything else. And I had an issue because the top was not screwed on very well when I got it. And so some of the powder was already out in a little bag. Then it looked like that there was no powder in here. But there's powder in here. It's just, it looked like there was no powder in here. So I was fixing to trash it and write a terrible review. But I like the Catrice, foundation I got. So I amended my review when I realized there is powder in here. But I didn't like that this top was unscrewed and that it took longer than it should have to get here. And I had that issue with the HD foundation, the Catrice foundation. I was not pleased with that. But yeah. So but the foundation is really good. So we'll see. I'll give this a chance because I like their foundation. So this is, it says this is mattifying loose powder with blurring finish. This smooth non-drying formula controls shine and sets makeup without flashback. So yeah, we're gonna try this. We'll try it. So that was everything from Amazon. All right, so let's talk about prices. The eyeshadow, the Wet n Wild Mega Last eyeshadow primer was $4.98. The Catrice Soft Blur Matte Setting Powder was $9. ColourPop's That's Top eyeshadow palette was $14. She Glam's Crystal Jelly Glaze sticks were $7.99 each. The She Glam Matte Fresh Setting Spray was $7.89. And the Real Techniques Expert Concealer Brush was $5.84. And then the Rimmel Stay Matte Setting Powder was $5.99. So, yeah. Subtotal there was $63.68. And the tax was $5.09 for a final total of $68.77. Now, for that full total at Ulta, it was $107.41. So yes. So, all right. We're nearing the end of our journey here because we only have one last bit of makeup to discuss. It came from Avon. So we did make a successful trip to the Avon store, and that is here in Columbia. And I got in. I went on a Friday, and I went and looked at their products. They had Skin So Soft for sale, and I was like, "Whoa, this takes me back." I'm having flashbacks of my mama buying a ton of Skin So Soft. It worked really well for dealing with mosquitoes, and mosquitoes are bad here. So in the summertime, you're going to get towed up outside. So she, I used to have a lot of Skin So Soft in the house. I did go and look. I did not have Skin So Soft in the cabinet anymore. So I thought we maybe had some left over. So, here's the new catalog got while I was in there. And I need to see while I'm in here, while I'm looking at this, because she folded it down. Okay. So I need W10 for the foundation, because I wound up not getting the foundation that I tried. But I will buy it later. Alright. So, we got a couple of things. We got like 4 things. And so this will go really fast. So I got a makeup organizer and I got some makeup. So let's start with the makeup organizer. This is the Avon FMG Beauty Organizer. I always need a beauty organizer. Always. So take her out of the box. I'm trying to see where I want to put this trash. This could probably hold some things. I got a couple of things immediately that this could hold. So, yeah. And then what it has is it's got this little sliding drawer that comes out, and then you could take that out. My other one over there, where I keep my e.l.f. little toppers, is like this. It's got a drawer. So immediately that's going to go somewhere. I don't know where, but it's going to go somewhere. It's going to go somewhere. All right. Now, let's talk about the makeup. So this is the Go by Glimmer Cheek and Eyeshadow. This is in the shade Botanical Gardens. So this, I'm going to use this for blush. I bought it for blush. So we're going to use this, and I want to see how this is going to look. So back of the box, your day to date Get Gorgeous solution to go. Versatile multitasking blush and eyeshadow brings exquisite color, depth, and dimension to cheeks and eyes. Silky lightweight powder formula blends effortlessly with ultra wearable shades with either a soft matte or fine pearl finish. So, I don't know if this is a matte or what. I think this is the matte one. Yeah, this is the matte one. Okay. Yes, when I picked it out, I tried to pick a matte. So this is what the color looks like. I think this is going to be really pretty. And I'm excited to see what it's going to look like when we use this. So we'll be trying this and buying and trying. Definitely to use the Avon stuff. All right. Next, we got, we're going to use this. This is the Glimmer Shadow. This is a liquid eyeshadow. And the color is what caught my eye. This is the shade Ultramarine. Isn't that blue gorgeous? Look at that blue. That is a beautiful turquoise teal blue. And it's a shimmer shadow. So back in the day, I used to have some fingernail polish that was this color. And so yeah, I'm very excited about this. I had some blue fingernail polish called T-Bird from Afterthoughts. And I might actually still have T-Bird in my little caboodle where I keep my fingernail polish. But I had some blue, and I used to love that fingernail polish, and I love this color. So I'm very excited about this because I have a couple of things I could wear with this. And I think this is going to be gorgeous. With some good eyeshadow primer, I think this is going to be gorgeous. So, yes, this is the FMG Glimmer Shadow. Very excited about this. So, we might just try that. And then the last thing that we got, this is the FMG Cashmere Soft Focus Full Coverage Concealer. Okay, so that's this. This is in the shade W7. Now, I don't know how well this is going to work. I knew about the color. I don't know. So, I'm going to try it and see. I did not try the concealer in the store. So, let me see if I can find a concealer brush. Okay. So I'm going to try to buff this out. This looks like this is going to be fine. Yup. It's going to be fine. It's going to be very fine. Look at that. All right, Avon, I see you. Okay. Very pleased. Look at that. Oh, that's a perfect match for my skin too. Look at that. Look at that. And it's very full coverage. They said full coverage. So, yeah. I'm, of course, going to have to wipe this off. But, yeah, look at that. That is real good. Very good. Your concealer is generally going to be full coverage anyway. But, yes. This is the Soft Focus Full Coverage Concealer. So, yes. This is in the shade W7. So, this is perfect for me. I just shade matched it just looking at it. So, yeah, this is going to be perfect. So, I'm very excited about that. So, yes, it was a very fruitful Avon trip. I was very, very pleased with what I bought. Very pleased with finally getting in there and doing. So we will be covering that in our Road Trip and Beauty episode. I'm in production phase right now. I'm trying to get everything together and get everything, finalized and put together as an episode. So by the time y'all see this, it may or may not be posted. But I will in fact have some results of my failed trip and my successful trip. So, all right, let's talk about the Avon. So for the Avon Go by Glimmer cheek and eyeshadow, that was $11.49. The Avon Cashmere Soft Focus Full Coverage Concealer, that was $10.49. The Avon Glimmer Shadow, that was $7.99. And the Avon Beauty Organizer was $9.99. Now, subtotal was $39.96. I got a 10% discount for being a new customer, for coming in and being a new customer. That took off like $4 because $39.96. So $4, and then tax was $2.52 for a final total of $38.48. Okay. So let's talk about grand total. Grand total. Everything we talking about from Amazon, from Ulta, and from Avon. My grand total was $214.66. Very, very pleased with this haul. And y'all know I usually am pleased with my own haul. Now, we did have a few hiccups here in that I bought two things that were I already had in the collection, in the kit. However, I do like both of those things, and so I will be using them at some point. And when I use up that Wet n Wild, I already have one sitting there waiting in the kit. So I can't be too jumped up about it. Also, the Culture palette, yes, that just has another one. I do like the Culture palette a lot. The pigments are fantastic in that. Y'all know how much I love Juvia's Place pigments and how much I love Juvia's Place in general. So yes, I can find a use for that palette. I will use it up and probably start on the second palette again. So very pleased with this haul. I'm very pleased with with the Amazon haul, and because I got a lot off of Amazon. But very pleased with the Avon haul. So I will probably make another trip out there to get the foundation that I tried on and just didn't buy. I will go back out there and get that. Cause I really like that foundation that I tried, and I did shade match it while I was sitting there. I picked right on the first try. And they have a couple of other things. They do have some lash primer. They have some mascara. They have face primer. They had something else, and they do sell like makeup remover and all of that too. So, yeah, I'm pleased with, I haven't bought Avon in, this is my first time buying Avon as an adult. So I've been an adult for a long time. So, the last time I had Avon in this house, somebody bought it for me, and that was 30 years ago. So yeah, I have to say, very pleased with the Avon. I'm very pleased about this, and I think that we will be using this in the buying and trying specifically. So we'll see how this turns out. See if I can build a nice face with some Avon. So I want to thank you for watching. Thanks for coming in and looking at my purchases and talking about makeup and listening to me talk about how much I spent on makeup. So I want to thank you for watching. Come back and watch more of my videos later and episodes later. We have 6 series now, and we have regular content posted. Like, share, and subscribe. Drop a comment for me and turn on your bells and notifications so you don't miss a video. So thanks for watching. I'll see you later. Peace.